Now our heading was adjoint and inverse of a matrix. Okay, we have done adjoint, we have done 3 theorems for the adjoint part. Now we are on the inverse of a matrix. Already we have done inverse in the last chapter. Okay, there we have got through the inverse, we got the inverse by elementary operations. Okay, now we are going to do inverse with the determinants. Okay, now basically what theorem 4 says, a square matrix A is invertible if and only if A is a non-singular matrix. Now we are already aware of the term invertible, we are already aware of the term non-singular. Okay, so let's show it that what exactly inverse is with the help of the determinants. Now what you have done in last chapter, in the last chapter it was, suppose we are having, I am just writing it, you will just learn that what we have done in the last chapter. Let A be a square matrix, A be a square matrix of order n, if there exists a square matrix B of order n, if there exists a square matrix B of order n such that AB is equal to BA is equal to identity matrix, such that AB is equal to BA is equal to identity matrix for IN, then B is called the inverse of A. Then B is called the inverse of A, or inverse of A, or we can say if AB is equal to IN, B is called the inverse of A. If BA is equal to IN, then A is called the inverse of A. Inverse of A, or B is called the inverse of A, or A is inverse of B. Okay, so this you have already done this part. Why I have written this one? Because this you have already done in last chapter. Now for this part, suppose we are having AB is equal to identity matrix, then taking determinant of both sides, AB is equal to determinant of IN. Is it clear? Then using the properties of the determinants, what we were having, determinant of A, determinant of B is equal to 1. Okay, because identity element is equal to 1. So now here we are having determinant of A, determinant of B is equal to 1. Now this shows what? Neither of determinant A or determinant B is equal to 0. Neither of determinant A or determinant B is equal to 0. So we can write that determinant A is not equal to 0 and determinant B is not equal to 0, because we got it as a 1. Now after this part, this we have already done in last chapter. This is the part of the determinant, we have done the property. Now if, what second thing was, if important thing, if inverse A exists, now if inverse of A exists, then A is called invertible matrix. Now after finding, if now one condition was that AB is equal to BA is equal to I, identity matrix, then inverse can exist. Second condition is if inverse A exists, then A is called the invertible matrix. And here is the term written, a square matrix A is invertible if and only if A is non-singular. So I have proved that determinant of A is non-singular. Non-singular means it is not equal to 0. Okay, and it is a square matrix, A is invertible. Okay, so now what other thing we did for the adjoint part? In the adjoint part, we have done a theorem for the adjoint. What the theorem was? It was A with adjoint A is equal to adjoint A with A is equal to identity matrix. Sorry, is equal to determinant of A with identity matrix. Okay, we have already gone through this part. Now, taking this, dividing all with determinant of A, what we are having? A with 1 of determinant A adjoint A is equal to adjoint A with 1 upon determinant A is equal to IN. Is it clear? Now suppose we are having, one is this part, okay, and to this part what we did? We have proved that determinant of A, determinant of B is equal to 1, and then one is this part. Suppose this is as a, we are taking this as a 1, this as a 2, then from 1 and 2 what we get it? Or comparing 1 and 2, can we write AB is equal to BA is equal to I and B is equal to, what exactly B is? B is 1 upon determinant A into adjoint A. This is B. And now if this is B, then A inverse is equal to B. By this definition we are having, then B is called the inverse of A, or we can write it A inverse is equal to B. Okay, because according to the definition B is called the inverse of A, or A is the inverse of B, or we can write it A inverse is equal to B, or B inverse is equal to A, or B inverse is equal to A. Okay, for this part. So A inverse is equal to B, and now A inverse is equal to 1 upon determinant of A with adjoint A. So this is one of the great formula which we have done through a theorem. Okay, so note